Hello everyone, we are into day 3 of Bhagwad Gita as it is. I read a few more pages of introduction and these pages answer a very important question for us. Who is a perfect student for Bhagwad Gita? Is there a right student for Bhagwad Gita? It means if we want to get maximum out of Bhagwad Gita or what Lord Krishna has to offer to us, what qualities we should have. Bhagwad Gita says that a person who has qualities similar to Arjun is the best student for Bhagwad Gita. Arjun was a devotee and a friend of Lord. In this way, he had a direct relationship with the Lord. The text says that one may be devotee in a passive state, active state, as a friend, parent, or conjugal lover. What is devotion in passive state? Where I do believe in divinity of God and I do respect and owe my reverence to Him. And in active state, it is dasya bhav, where I want to serve Lord. As a friend, I do not have any fear, but I have Sakyam Bhav with him, towards him. As a parent, I have Vatsalya Ras, where I do take care of Lord as a child. And in the conjugal lover, a soul longs for union with the Lord. This love is not material or earthly love that we have, but it is divine love towards Him, where we cannot, remain without thinking about Lord. We see Him in everyone and we see all actions as His choice. Arjun was a friend of Lord, and this friendship was different from earthly realm. It was transcendental friendship. Because of living into material world, we tend to forget our relationship with the Lord, but that can be revived. And how it can be done? It can be done when I start my devotional service towards Lord. I take care of Lord, I do think about Him, I do accept whatever happens to be His wish and His happiness. And that is how we have Swarup Siddhi, which is perfection of one's constitutional position. If we see how Arjuna accepted this Bhagavad Gita, he considered God or Lord Krishna to be Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, Purusham, Shashvatam, Divyam, Adi Devam, Ajam, Vibhum. What does this mean? Param Brahma, the one who is supreme, beyond living organisms or living beings which are there on earth. He is supreme living being, or supreme personality of Lordhead. As Param Dham, it means that he is the supreme rest or abode of everything. He is Pavitram, he is pure and untouched by material contamination. He is Purusham, it means that he is the supreme enjoyer. We do whatever makes Krishna happy. He is Shashvatam, it means he is original. We call it OG, so yes, he is the original being. He is Divyam, it means he is transcendental. Adi Devam, the one who existed before anything. Ajam, one who is unborn. He comes to existence for us as avatar, but he is never born. Vibhum, the greatest. Now we may think that Arjun was a friend of Krishna and hence he was saying all of these good things about Krishna. But to clarify that, in the very next verse, Arjun explains that even authorities like Narad, Asit, Vyasdev, who were the distributor of Vedic knowledge to all other acharyas, do accept Krishna as God. And hence Arjun says that I accept everything you say to be true. I believe in you. I do believe that whatever you say is true, is perfect. Lord Krishna, understanding him and his words, Gita, it's so mysterious book in itself that without being a devotee we would not be able to, take what he has to offer. I remember I started reading Bhagavad Gita in my childhood and I read it completely, but hardly did I understand anything because I never understood what Lord Krishna is. But once I started worshipping him, being a devotee towards him, then only the things that he said made sense. And it is a reason why people don't understand Bhagavad Gita, because they don't have the devotion towards, and even if they have the devotion, they have forgotten, they do not accept what Lord says to be true. So if we have that submissive spirit towards Bhagavad Gita, towards Lord, then only we'll be able to understand what it has to offer. So knowledge always flows from one who has it in abundance to the one who is seeking. So if we accept that Krishna, whatever Krishna says is true, and whatever he is saying is right, then only we are going to believe in it. And that's why this thing is emphasized in Gita. Arjuna was in difficulty when he was in battlefield, and that is when he surrendered unto Krishna. And then Lord spoke this Bhagavad Gita. each one of us is full of anxieties in our life because of the material existence that we have, the ignorance that we have. We have forgotten what our existence is, what Lord is, and that's why, though our existence is eternal, but we are full of anxieties. We take these temporary moments so seriously, and these difficulties so bigger than our own existence. So the right student will be the one who questions why he's put into, or why she's put into such position, why there are suffering, why things are the way they are, where have they come from, where shall we go after our death. A person who has such questions, Bhagavad Gita has answers for such question. And if we question, we get answers. So if we inquire about ourselves, we'll be able to get maximum from Gita. And such was his student Arjun. Arjun was beyond all ignorance, a person who is friend of Krishna and whom Krishna appreciated so much. How can he be so ignorant that in battle field he was full of illusion, maya everywhere? So he was put into ignorance so that Bhagavad Gita can be spoken by Lord, and it was for the future generations to come to plan their life keeping learnings of Gita into their mind. So this was covered in today's part. I'll be covering the next pages or next topics in the next part. Thank you.